Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, heavyweight contender, top commodity, hot dude right about now, Tony Bellew. Yeah, the dude from Creed. The dude who just beat David Haye. Okay? Right? Knocked out BJ Flores. What do he got? He got the cruiserweight champion, emeritus. Gave him a special little title. Tony Bellew. Right? He wants Joseph Parker, WBO heavyweight champion. Joseph Parker. So that's news. You know what I mean? That's a good fight. It's a fight that could happen. I think for Tony Bellew, it's a good fight. Tony Bellew is a straight shooter. You know, that's what I like about him. He tells it like it is, and he seems to, he can get it. He can get excited here or there, but the things he said, just make sense. He comes out. He's coming from the cruiserweight division. He's not shooting for none of the super big heavyweights. He says they're too big. Now Joseph Parker will weigh 240 on you, right? But he thinks he has a chance against Joseph Parker, and he would give David Haye a rematch, right? Now, just a little short thing to that rematch with David Haye. The only way he'll do that is if David Haye takes the same deal that he had before. That means David Haye would have to take a tremendous pay cut. Let's see if David Haye's ego will let him do that. If I was David Haye, I would have to get him off my ledger, right? You got a loss. We know what happened to your ruptured Achilles. That's cool. But you still want to get him up off of there, right? So you're going to have to take what you're going to have to take. Let's see if that happens. That's a good little side note. But back to Tony Bellew and Joseph Parker, also a good fight. I think that'll probably happen before that David Haye fight. I think you can't really plan for anything with a guy that's coming back from a ruptured Achilles, and it's going to have to be, that's the foot he plants to throw that overhand haymaker right? Which you don't have to throw the overhand against Tony Bellew, but his shoulder is also suspect. It's reconstructive shoulder surgery with David Haye. So when you're talking about Tony Bellew and Joseph Parker, I think that fight is the fight that's going to be next, and it seems feasible. And I think now from Joseph Parker's standpoint, cool. If you can't get a unification, your mandatory Huey Fury is there. Cool. But Tony Bellew is also another guy from England, right? And it really doesn't really matter. It's just a pretty good fight for Joseph Parker. And if he can do more damage to Tony Bellew than David Haye did, he would look pretty good there. But that's the only incentive is to get himself, really more familiar in the English market, right? That's all this would be. And I think that Joseph Parker can go and take care of Bellew, then get Huey Fury. That would be two Englishmen. So you're building up for that Anthony Joshua fight because he can't get Anthony Joshua soon. Joshua's gonna fight Klitschko, and after that he's got to fight Pulev. So this is the reason why this Tony Bellew fight right now would make sense, provided, provided the Deontay Wilder fight can't materialize. Because let's be real, unification supersedes all the rest of this stuff we're talking about. Let's be real with it. We're trying to get one champion. It will be preferably by the end of the year. So everything we said is secondary to unification. Make sure that's clear. But if the unification can't materialize, then yeah, Tony Bellew fight before the Huey Fury fight, no problem with it because Tony Bellew will sell a fight. He's a hot commodity. He's a funny character, and I even like him more after the David Haye fight because I'm rolling with David Haye. I'm telling you, David Haye is the baddest dude out there, really. It's just his body's not gonna let him do this heavyweight thing he's trying to do. But he's a bad boy, and Tony Bellew, make no mistake about it. David Haye probably would have won that fight, probably, if his Achilles didn't get ruptured. But we didn't think we were going to see David Haye, Tony Bellew, fighting real well 6 rounds with David Haye. And I don't think David Haye thought that either. That resilience is not getting ignored. Not here. Tony Bellew showed some resilience in that fight, and he's going to get props for that, forever, matter of fact. So I'm just rooting for him against anybody except maybe Deontay Wilder and Joseph Parker. But Joseph Parker is the real guy that we gotta be careful with because he's fighting. Anybody else fighting 7 times in 18 months in any weight division? So as long as he's doing that, he's active. Joseph Parker gets love here too. So matter of fact, it's just love everywhere, ain't it? Don't Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here.